Patreon member shout out. Well, good for you, you look happy and healthy. Not me, if you ever cared to ask. Good for you, you're doing great out there without me, baby. God, I wish I could do that. I've lost my mind, I've spent the night crying on the floor of my bathroom. But you're so unaffected, I really don't get it. But I guess good for you. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve Omi Earth 2 update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and leaving the thanks button down below. So, Earth 2 has been teased that we are going to get a couple of new things this week. I was going over it with Non-Fungible Wonderful on the podcast before. Totally go check that out. And a lot of people are saying that it's probably going to be the gold and oil. Those are the resources that we're going to get. We're going to get a heat map for it. We're going to see which ones are probably going to get it. I don't know. Are they going to do the actual locations where there are gold mines? Are they going to do actual locations where there are oil spots? Venezuela, Brazil? I don't know. I can see this affecting a lot of other players being able to sell their stuff that is not giving them any resources and buying stuff that is going to give them resources, even though every single tile will produce some type of resource. If your tile is not producing something, it will probably produce something later. And be advised that even if all of the 7 resources come out and you have a couple of tiles that aren't producing anything, that's a good thing. That means that particular tile will probably produce something even greater in the future. What that is, again, we're not sure of, and we're probably just going to start with these 2 and then go from there. So look out for the marketplace. It's going to be absolutely wild. Moving on, there's a ton of stuff to talk about with Ecomi. Let's start with the Omi token. Omi was up about slightly under 1% today. I know we're so crazy used to the plus and minus 15, 20% days. Relatively mild across all markets today. We were up, like I said, almost 1% compared to the NASDAQ, the futures, the S&P, all that. They were all down. And even Bitcoin was down over 1% today. So it was doing really well against those things. Moving on, there's a couple of things to go over as far as She-Hulk. She-Hulk, that trailer was just brought out. And similar to the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, that Obi-Wan Kenobi drops in a couple of weeks in late May. We're probably going to be able to get Vader, Luke, whatever, speeder bikes, whatever you call it, probably going to get that on Veve. But for what I see for She-Hulk is, obviously, She-Hulk will probably come to Veve. You might have Bruce Banner Hulk that comes to Veve. We already have one of the Daredevil family. We have Elektra. All jokes aside, that secret rare is selling above retail. It has a first appearance, animated secret rare, of Elektra on the blockchain. And because we do know that Charlie Cox is Daredevil, Matt Murdock, he will be in She-Hulk because they are both lawyers. Jennifer Walters is a lawyer. She's going to be going through that whole series with Mark Ruffalo, with Bruce Banner Hulk. He's just trying to be able to help her, deal with her issues, deal with the thing, trying to be able to go full on She-Hulk and then go back to human. We might get Abomination as well. Abomination's in there. Wong's coming back. So there's going to be a lot of crazy things that we could get from She-Hulk. I'm totally excited about that. Abomination turns human apparently as well, which you can't do that in the comics. Like, Abomination doesn't turn human in the comics. And even like Professor Hulk. So there's a couple of things we can get. We can get Bruce Banner. We can get actual Hulky Hulk. We can get Professor Hulk. There's a lot of different things that we could get. Could even get some Tinder profiles there. You see Jennifer Walter at the end of that trailer scrolling through Tinder. I thought it was great. So that is the She-Hulk news on Veve. Moving on. So before I move on, you can also get Titania. She is one of the She-Hulk villains in the comics. So you're going to be able to get that. You see her fighting her in the courthouse. There's a green dude that I think is Hydra. I think is Bob from Hydra. Which, maybe some of the remnants of Hydra are still around. Who knows? I don't know. It'll be really interesting. I am working on getting on VCon, I am working on getting a interview with Mumbot. Mumbot I did meet over in Anaheim in DesignerCon last year. She is friends with the team. She does know them. I'm pretty sure you should be able to see something from Mumbot over the next year or 2 on Veve. Like I said, I will be trying to get her on the podcast. Hopefully I can do that. And then much, much more. For those that do not know, Sleepin' Comics is around where we're going in Minneapolis, but because of conflicting schedules, I won't be able to get them on during VCon, but I will try to get them on the podcast at some point. Absolute wealth of knowledge there. I always mention Sleepin' Comics and Comics and Crypto as your go-to guys. Speaking of other stuff, as according to crypto, we might be able to get some of our Veve NFTs on Robinhood eventually. They just emailed everyone saying, get early access to Robinhood's Web3 wallet. You can trade and swap crypto with no network fees, earn yield on your crypto, and store NFTs and connect to NFT marketplaces. So we could potentially have 5 different things outside of the Veve marketplace. Immutable X marketplace, OpenSea, Coinbase NFT marketplace, GameStop NFT marketplace, and Robinhood NFT marketplace. So I thought that was really interesting. Moving on. We do have an update to Canon Crisis. The new features include push notifications, changing your projectiles, the avatar, like the upload the image as your target, so you could shoot at that image. A lot of fun people. Some Yankees fans might put the Boston logo and they might shoot that. People that really dislike certain presidents can put their president's face as the target. Thought that'd be pretty interesting. You can get 2 times the points, 2 times cannon speed, burst mode, yeets 3 rounds at a time. So everyone shout out to Curtis M. Cooper for that. Moving on, there is something that I thought was interesting on Givenchy's Instagram. They have a Disney collab that they're doing with 101 Dalmatians. They're doing with Elsa, with Frozen. Olaf is on there as well. There's a bunch of things that they're doing it with. And if you go to Google, and again, the reason why I'm bringing this up, they don't say anything about Veve specifically, but if you go bring them up on Google, again, because we are partnered with both of these, you do see that they are selling some of these things for $500. And this is not $500 for, just a small thing. It's a shirt. There's not any great big things. It's a shirt. It's $525 to $600, $700 at the highest. So now I understand why they got Art Patron or Amar Singh on the 50 million 6-year deal for NFTs, because that might not make it in the NFTs specifically, but if it's a high-end thing like Givenchy has at Rewind Collective, they could probably have some physical items as well. Okay, now to get the reason that you're all probably here, Pixion Games announces Fableborn, bringing competitive battles in bite-sized esports sessions to Web3. Why is this important? Because in my last interview with David Yu, link down below, go watch that. Go totally watch that whole hour interview. Definitely worth it. He had I had asked him about Pixion Games and that the CEO is a board member of Ecomi, and his eyes lit up. It's like, yeah, he's a really good friend. And they said they might come out with a game. We'll see if we can be a part of that. Well, here's the game. Pixion's first title will offer competitive yet accessible gaming in short and snackable sessions, kind of like Epico Regal. I'm hoping something that's maybe 3 to 5 minutes, give or take. They did mention stuff that you could do on your lunch break or something you could do while traveling. So they might not be as short. They did mention it would be strategy bit driven. So highly customizable play styles create unique and epic battles as players fight it out to win real value rewards with blockchain-backed game, economy, and technology. So this is stuff that is on the blockchain. This is stuff that is, they do say play to earn somewhere in here. So this could be NFT-wise. If you go to Campunia, who is the founder and CEO of Pixion Games, says, quote, Fableborn is a competitive mobile-first multiplayer game, but it doesn't demand an unreasonable amount of players' time. Players can have fun, rewarding, and enriching experiences, battling the other players or competing quests, creating smart and powerful strategies over their lunch break or as they travel. We all know the struggle of finding time to have satisfying gaming experiences and keeping up with the competition. Fableborn is the antidote to this, a new category of esports games that fits around your lifestyle and plays the way you want it to. So again, like Chavez, this doesn't necessarily mean that this has anything to do with Ecomi. I guess that's right. We don't know, but if he didn't just say that, oh yeah, he's a business associate of mine. David said that no, they are really good friends, and that's a two-way street. Remember how I've said, hey, I guarantee you everyone and their sister that could make a game involving Omi will probably make a game involving Omi. And better yet, if you have a game that has been being worked on for like 2.5 years at this point, okay, why would you not want to try to incorporate Omi, especially if you have some kind of pay to earn? It says play to own, but if you have some type of thing pay scale in there, everybody wants the Veve network. Everybody wants the Omi homies because we have money. We have oodles of money. So if they could somehow incorporate Omi in there, which, again, I don't know if they can or not. Again, this is very, very speculative, but it might make sense that this type of partnership would be beneficial to us, the Omi homies. Moving on. So this might not be a defense thing, like a tower defense game. It might be a battle of survival. It says Fableborn is a genre blending action RPG with base building. Raid real players' bases like never before, take control of your heroes, and battle your way through to reap their resources, compete and claim on your own rewards. Fortify your island's base to set up traps and other obstacles strategically for an impenetrable defense. So I guess like Epico Regal is kind of taken, note out of the playbook of Clash Royale. Maybe it's taken note out of the playbook of Clash of Clans, so that could be interesting. When the defense tumbles and the island's base falls, plan revenge and strike back with fierce attacks. This totally reminded me of Clash Royale. Or Clash of Clans, I'm sorry. Raiding is asynchronous, meaning no waiting around for competitors, bringing esports to everyone. Lunchtime esports, play a competitive multiplayer game in short snackable sessions. There are weekly challenges, tournaments, and competitive leagues. Variety of heroes to choose from, each customizable with their own special traits, abilities, varying stats, allowing you to discover your own unique playstyle and strategy. Play to own. Acquire digital assets through direct purchases or by playing and accumulating rewards to claim NFTs. Very, very bullish on this. Honestly, even if this has no connection to Ecomi, I'm going to be playing this because, again, it's a play to own, which, again, if they're NFTs, you can sell. Why play normal video games when you can play video games that make you money? Like, Fish? Can't wait for Fish. Brock said that Omi burn will start this month. I cannot wait to go and bet some Omi. I'm a gambling man. Y'all see me on my live streams every night play. I am not that good. So you're probably going to win if you go against me. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy. And everyone, please check out at HeyDavidDon and at KingMavsForever over on the Twitter. Stand Up, Trump, King Mavs over on the Veve app. Kobe Collection, Only Player One over on the YouTube. BreakTax.eth domain name. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. You got at Wet Wizard Veve and Gary O at 1234CA3 on the Twitter. I love you guys. Goodbye. Dragon Ball Z for life.